World 2024, it was finally confirmed. Papua New Guinea would be getting its own NRL team in 2028. The decision was not without its controversies, with the cost to Australian taxpayers placed at $600 million. But Papua New Guinea Rugby League players around the world rejoiced, even as far away as Warrington in the UK.
Everyone knows the country of PNG, and not only it's going to help, the fans and the code, but it's going to help the country. And I mean, that's a number one sport, and it's going to bring that country together, which is what they need, and they deserve it. I've been playing for the Commonwealth since 2018 now, and the support you get, and it's just going to help the country, and it's what they need, and I'm really looking forward to that.
But not everyone is convinced. The recently retired Justin Olam is one of the most celebrated Commonwealths of recent years. Here he is at the 2022 World Cup.
But I think for me personally, I think we're not, ready to have an NRL team yet. I think we still need to establish our junior competition and get it up so we can have a pathway for, players to come in. We don't want to have a PNG team and have players from, other countries come and dominate, our team. So I think that's my personal opinion. I feel like we still need to develop our pathways for younger, generation and have a proper, because we only have this is a cup competition and that was it. And we don't have any younger school-based rugby league or something where the players can actually develop and come up. So I think that's something where we should focus on first before we think about getting an NRL team. But the words out there, everyone's keen to do it. But I think this is, for me personally, I think this is the way forward.
Yeah, no, he's right too. But I think the big thing is that we have a team now, so maybe take another 2 years or any time like that to start building. I think they're starting to do the work now, so then once players come through, it'll take them about 3 years to reach the elite level or something like that. So yeah, but really it's good for the game back in PNG. Yeah.
Obviously, I think there's bigger reasons as to why they want the team in Papua New Guinea, and they've got a few years. It's not next year. It's not in 12 months' time. So in 2028, 100%, I think the country is going to be up for it and be ready for it. And what it does is, for kids in Papua New Guinea, gives them a pathway to, Justin's done it. He's a good example of going, through the Hunters system and then finding his feet and making it in the NRL. But kids are going to grow up with their own NRL team and have their pathway to get to that dream, and I think they'll get all the little things behind the scenes with the junior development, all the junior footy and the school footy, which is going to create a nice pathway and a development from kids up to the professional level. So that's just going to grow in the next 3 years, and that's what they're trying to do over there at the moment.
Another concern, along with junior pathways, will professional players from other countries want to move to a developing nation with a reputedly high crime rate, even if they are living in a compound and, as promised, earning tax-free money?
Port Moresby is a beautiful place as well. It's each time I go there, it gets a little bit better. They're adding to it. There are restaurants and bars and cafes. It's going upwards, and I'm enjoying my time every time I go there. So a little bit more each time. So it's actually a beautiful place to live. People probably judge it by its cover sometimes, but it's I've had a lot of fun there since I've been there.
PNG is a beautiful place. I think when you go there as a player, I think the first couple of weeks, with your NRL team, I think the first month or two will be pretty crazy just because of the energy and the excitement. But then it'll just be like a normal after that. I think everything will just fall into place, and I'm sure they've got their plans with what they're going to do with that. But I've been there, going there for 10 years, and I've loved every minute. I've always felt safe. The people there have always been very helpful and kind towards me and my family. So I think it's only going to get better, and I think it'll bring some good things to the country, especially some development in the community and all that, which I think the funding, as far as what's been said, has been going towards a lot of community stuff. So I think that'll be good.
So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Who is going to play for the as-yet unnamed Papua New Guinea NRL team in 2028? We are some of the top Commonwealths currently plying their trade in the Northern Hemisphere, if they were already feeling the pull of home.
You never know. You never say never. Obviously, that tax incentive, not getting taxed. How good is that? But there's talk of them living in a compound where part of the city's sectioned off just for them, and they're going to have everything there for them. And the big one, safety. People think that they're not going to be safe, but I guarantee you, in PNG, if you're a rugby league player, you're going to be safe 100%. They'll worship you, they'll look after you. My advice to anyone that's thinking about going over there is you're going to be safe 100%. No, they're more than ready. The PNG NRL bid have been doing a wonderful job back home in doing, training days all around the country, bringing young girls and boys together. From young ages all the way up until 18 years old, and they're going out in places that are very remote, and they're training kids out there, and they're working real hard to grow rugby league in PNG. And obviously, the issue is at that grassroots level, but they're building that infrastructure, as we speak, and they've been doing so for the last couple of years. So it's in the right direction, and I can't wait till 2028 when they're in the NRL.
I'm happy that PNG is entering NRL in 2028, so I'm so happy, and I'm excited for myself and for young ones coming up, so they can have opportunity to crack into NRL and be the best ambassador for the country.
One of the things that's been said also that'd be difficult to attract players, to get players to move up there. What do you think?
I don't think it'd be difficult for players to move up there. PNG is a good country. It's just people like social media make it the worst. But I don't think it will be difficult for players to get up there, I promise. And I know the Prime Minister is going to put his heart and soul in there to protect the players if he wants to, but the capital is really cool. It's just the social media subset. Social media made it difficult, but I know the boys will love it. Get good money, go up there.
and you'll be one of them?
Absolutely. Fingers crossed, stay consistent week in, week out. Year in, year out, and discipline, committed, and probably I'll get a chance to crack into.
Wow, that's an overwhelming yes from Judah. Okay, let's finish off by taking flight with a bird of paradise. Could the inaugural PNG NRL team be led by a father and son, coach and captain combination by any chance?
Yeah, I'm younger than you think, mate. I'm only 26 at the moment, so people are playing till the mid-30s at the moment, so it's definitely something I'd think about for sure. Yeah, I don't know anything about it, I'll be honest. I just know that it was a chance of happening. We found that out sort of in the middle of that tournament. And then, it's just, I think the people involved there in the country, they'll get around it big time. We don't know too much about it yet, the logistics and all that sort of stuff, the living, the travel. We don't know anything at the moment, so it just sounds really good.
Yeah, well, firstly, I think I was involved with what we created, Team Kummel, 2011, 12, and 13, where I drove to get a Q Cup team in the competition to only be followed up by an NRL. So I was very passionate about that. I still am about the country, and I'd love to be involved in some capacity at some stage in the future. But I think it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to Papua New Guinea. There's not much there to cheer about in the sense of sports at this level. So to be able to get an NRL team up there every other week, for that country being the only country in the world where rugby league is national sport, will be absolutely unbelievable. And I think it'll be brilliant. I think the players will love it. I think the country's an amazing country, and I think it'll be great for rugby league. Yeah, I think. I'll be coaching for another 5 or 6 years at least at the moment. So, I've always been passionate about Papua New Guinea and rugby league there. That's never been a doubt. I made a decision not to play for Australia way back in 1995 to pull on the jersey for Papua New Guinea. So people there know how passionate I am about the country. I'd like to be involved with the franchise moving forward at some point. I don't know whether it's at the very start or halfway through or at the end. Whenever that is, I'm sure I'll get around to that. But I'd like to be involved there. I think I've helped build the sport and given some exposure around the world with rugby league as a player and then a coach. And I think, like I said, it's an amazing time for Papua New Guinea. As much as I'm relating it to Lee here and what we've done at Lee and the town growing and it being an incredible time, I think it's going to be an incredible time for Papua New Guinea.